She is my idol. She is my everything. I hear her tell me, a man is not a financial plan. Okay, my mother is very clear that I need to know how to make my own money and keep it. Even if that man is the father of my children, I am ultimately responsible for their well-being. I hear her demanding of us what she needs. She is very clear, very strong in her communication. I absorbed these messages as a young girl. I understand what it means to be a strong, independent woman. I take these with me into my adulthood. Now, we see this scenario playing out all over the world. Women reclaiming their feminine independence. I am woman, hear me roar. We've been told that we can dominate in the boardroom, in the bedroom, in the kitchen, or on the playing field. We don't need anyone or anything, least of all, a man, because I can finance myself. So I take these messages and I move forward. My first job is in finance, because I got the message. I work for a brokerage firm. I'm a financial advisor. I'm 23 years old, and I am killing it, rocking out in my sales, top of my class, making a ton of money, did excellent on the Series 7 exam. Life is good. So when my branch manager requests a meeting with me, I'm thinking, finally, I'm going to get some praise for all that hard work I've been doing. I walk into his office, and I have a seat. And he says, kid, you know why I called you in here? Because I did an excellent job on the Series 7, sir? Yeah, I didn't know that. I called you in here to tell you why I hired you. I hired you because you're a looker. Men are going to throw their money at you. You need to use all your assets, kid. Thank you. Color me completely confused. I mean, I thought I was doing everything right. I knew how to manage money. I was making great sales. I was strong. I was independent. I didn't know how to feel. Frankly, I was pissed off. I mean, he hired me because I was pretty? Congratulations on your face? What even is that? But if you will, for a minute, let's take a step back. Let's think about the messages that we receive in society as women and as men. We're categorized into this hierarchy of characteristics, one preferable over the other, designed to put us into boxes, classifications. We are taught not to embrace our diversity, but to pick and choose what's better. I'm either smart or I'm pretty. I'm either athletic or I'm a nerd. I'm either a stay-at-home mom or I'm a businesswoman. Now, I don't know about you, but I bought into these messages. I figured if this is what it took to be a strong, independent woman, then I needed to get on board. So I put on the hat of pretty. I draped the scarf of independence, and I slipped into the trench coat of business maven. And I moved forward into my life. In the workplace, this armor that I suited up in served me well. In my personal life, not so much. I was so focused on being this strong, independent woman that I wasn't inclusive. I didn't even include my husband. This left him feeling unwanted and unnecessary. Now, this was not my objective. I was so focused on my own feminine independence, being the career woman or the mom. What I learned later is that for men, this is a core wound. Feeling unnecessary in your woman's life. Unfortunately, I will never have the opportunity to fix that with my husband. He passed away. This was a turning point in my life. I had a choice to make. I could continue on participating in the disintegration of the genders. We see this playing out all over the world today with the Me Too movement as well as others. This or that. Us or them. I've heard from men and executives that they're not sure how to treat a woman. Should I buy her dinner or shouldn't I? Should I open the car door or shouldn't I? Understanding that I had a choice, that I had bought into a feminist movement that was advocating for a changing of the guard instead of a seat at the table. If there's a male CEO, replace him with a female. If there's a Republican in office, replace him with a Democrat. Better yet, replace him with a female of any political party affiliation. This wasn't working for me. So I chose to slip out of my trench coat, unravel my scarf, and toss away my hat, and stand in the full embodiment of my own diversity, not picking and choosing which of my facets I would use. I believe that we can empower our women without disempowering our men. Does Wonder Woman need to strip Superman of his power for her to be powerful? To this point, we have been lulled into the false sense of security that a pendulum, when swinging, is moving forward. We've believed that a movement in any direction was progress. This is simply untrue. We've bought into the notion that taking from one and giving to another was the way to go. We see marginalized classes screaming at one another, "See me, hear me, feel me." This is a symptom of the disintegration and being disenfranchised by the hierarchical system that has been set up. Now, don't get me wrong. I participated. I understand that if males have power and we want it, that we would think that we need to emulate this. This just causes further division. We need to make a shift in the workplace. I am here to lead the charge away from the win-lose scenario and towards a culture of integration, creating win-win opportunities and true conflict transformation. How do we do this? You remember my old boss? He had a point. When I integrated all of my assets, pretty and smart, I was able to be successful. Let's cut down the hierarchy. It's the hierarchy that's driving the divide. Let's embrace diversity, the diversity that is within us, all of the ideas that we bring to the table. Let's include people for their merit, not just as a token. I, for one, do not want to be appointed to a board as the token female or the token minority. I want to achieve that for my merit because I was the best person for the job. We see this play out in the workplace, square peg, round hole. We focus on the shortcomings or the lack of characteristics of that employee. We put them on a performance improvement plan, and we try to shave down their rough edges to squeeze them in. Let's integrate all of our superpowers. Because as a team, we are so much greater than the sum of our parts. Let's take this message into every boardroom, every classroom, every city, every county, every state, every country. Because remember, a pendulum, when swinging, has no forward movement. Thank you.